Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of Stock Market Daily Update. I'm Aditya from Mostly Bearish. Before we talk about the levels that I'm going to be looking at on Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow, let's talk about the updates that I provided on my Telegram channel today. Now, for those who are new and want live updates, during market hours, I provide updates about the stocks, options, futures that I'm going to be looking at for the day, and these are along with the charts itself. If you wish to follow, the link is given in the description below. And note that I don't provide any calls. I mainly focus on self learning. I provide the updates, I give a little bit of insight, what I'm expecting. After that, I want you guys to analyze so that you can become self made traders in the future. Let's get started. Let's get on to the charts to understand what were the updates. Now, first of all, the updates were on Tata Steel. Tata Steel started moving up rigorously, right? Now, when the prices were somewhere around here, that is where I had provided an update. And if you see, I hadn't taken a trade on Tata Steel. I'll let you know why. Mainly because I was in a trade on Bharat Forge, and I'll show it to you as well. Now, if you see, the prices were completely in a range, and as soon as the range was broken, we saw some upside in Tata Steel. This was also provided with a screenshot on the Telegram. Now, this wasn't a trade that I took. Now, Bharat Forge. Bharat Forge, I had specified when the price is somewhere around here. The price was at 591, if I'm not wrong, right? Now, from there was some kind of a retracement, which it got rejected. As soon as the high created was broken, I had taken my position. Now, somewhere around here, I had taken my position, and the low level, that is 585, was my initial stop loss. Okay. Now, from there, as long as the prices were up, I was holding on to it mainly because I expected this to touch 10% upper circuit. If you see, the prices started moving upwards at 597.5 is where I had cut half my position to protect my profit, mainly because I was almost in 1% profit, right? And this update also was provided on my Telegram. I specify that I'm going to hold on to the remaining 50% quantity to see if it goes to 602 levels. Now, if you see, the prices started moving upwards as well, right? Now, let me show it to you. The high created was 601.7. If you can see the high here, the high created was 601.7. I was still holding on to it, right? And when the prices started moving upwards, right, somewhere around this level itself, I was little skeptical when the prices came down, and that is where I had exited as well. Okay, and I did not wait for 602. And if you see the last but one candle, it actually hit the upper circuit at 603.1. But the reason for exit was there was too much time spent on these levels, and when the prices went to 602 as well, it did not trigger my order, mainly because it stopped at 602 and my sell order was at 602, right? So it did not trigger, and that is why when the prices came lower at 599, I exited my position. Now again, I'm going to be telling the time spent here was too rigorous, and along with this, if I show you, Nifty started showing signs of weakness. Now, mentally, I became a little weak, which is bad for a trader. Today, I should have held on to my position, but then I did not. And even my stop losses, right? I had specified that now if it comes, my stop loss is going to be 593 levels. Now, the low created here is 593.5. If I kept that also constant and not exited, I would have got a better exit, right? Now, it's fine. In trading, things like this happen, and that is why I want to tell you guys as well that mental stability during a trade is extremely important. Sometimes, like I have been through it too much, where I have conditioned myself, but sometimes because of other factors, your mind gets confused. So this is a learning for you also, that condition your mental strength to be in a trade. Keep your stop losses strict. I was in a profit and I exited, but I would have got a better exit. That is what makes you a better trader. Okay. Now, coming back to Bororenew. Now, if you guys have been following me for really long, you know, past 5 to 6 days, I have been trading Bororenew, right? Now, morning, when the prices started falling, I did not take any position. I had just stopped, and I did not trade, and I was just looking at where the prices will reverse from. Because this is what always happens. The prices go down, they reverse as well. Now, there were signs of weakness, strength, not weakness, strength here. and at the upper level here I had taken a comparatively smaller position, mainly because past 2 days the stock has been hitting the lower circuit, and this was somewhere around -2%, or more than -2%, by the way, right? Now that's why my position sizing was comparatively smaller than usual. But as and when the prices started moving upwards, my exit was already placed at half the level of the fall. So the fall was from these levels till here. The half level was the protective level where I wanted to exit, and that is where I had taken an exit. Yes, the prices did move way higher than that, but that's fine. This is the understanding that I had from the stock, and that's why I exited early. So I hope you guys have got an understanding about today's trades, the updates that were provided on the Telegram channel, and the charts, how you read it, and I'm showing it to you as well, right? I'm showing it to you properly and explaining what was the thinking behind the trade itself. I hope you guys learn from this. Now let's talk about Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. And oh, before that, I'm so sorry, I forgot to update. The final trade was expiry trade that I had taken on 14150 puts, and I shared the screenshot on my Telegram as well, but I could not update mainly because the move was too fast. Now from here the prices started falling, right? So when the prices were somewhere around here, that is where I was looking at the options. I was looking at this particular put option which was priced at 1.5 rupees, but during this fall itself the prices started moving upwards quickly. And when there was a retracement and rejection and this candle formation, when the prices started coming down at 8 rupees is where I had picked up 10 lots. Now the 10 lots that I picked up was based on the risk that I had, and 8 rupees was the risk I had completely taken, that is 807.50. But logically, if the prices did not work according to me, or if the prices worked against me, I would have cut my position halfway itself. So I wouldn't have let the whole 8 rupees go away. At around 4 rupees or 3 rupees at least, I would have cut my positions and taken a loss. But from there, the prices started moving downwards. This was a phase-wise exit where I had taken exit at 9 rupees, then I had taken at 16 rupees, then I had taken at 13 rupees, and the final I had taken again at 14 rupees. So averaging at 8 rupees, I got 13 rupees, that is equivalent to double. So that was good enough for a good trade, right? Now let's talk about Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. What is the candle that is formed? Past 2 days we have seen two red candles formation showing weakness, but then we are consistently making a higher high. Now even today's high was somewhere around 14256.25, right? So we are consistently making a higher high. Now to get a better understanding, let's change the time frame to 30 minutes and see what happened. Now yesterday also I had specified that tomorrow if it gaps up, this was completely specified, right? If it gaps up, waiting for rejection. But morning itself, the gap up was pretty much huge. That was almost 0.8% if I'm not wrong. So from there the prices started falling and continuously we saw some kind of a fall. Now what is this structure? What does this structure tell me, right? This is probably a resistance created as of now, unless again I'm specifying we break that or we have a gap up and a directional move. Okay, so the first 1 hour will show tomorrow what kind of move it is. But if there is a rejection, I will be waiting for, I just want to extend this line. If the closing is below this, we might see some weakness and my exits from there, if I do take entry, my exits will be somewhere around here. And if the momentum is there and the fall is comparatively faster, I will take half exit there and I'll hold on to half my position to see where the prices move till. But from there, if they reverse and come back into the zone, I will exit automatically. Now this is my understanding for tomorrow. But if there is a gap down, right, and the prices start moving upwards, if you see there is a lot of time spent here, this can act as a initial resistance if there is a gap down or anywhere somewhere around these levels. But a big gap up where this whole level itself is broken, then we need to consider our analysis again. Okay, so this is the view that I have on Nifty. Whereas Bank Nifty is comparatively stronger. But then let's see on the daily time frame what kind of a chart or what kind of a candle it's formed, right? Now this is a normal movement candle which is not giving a lot of information. It's just that we have broken a new high, the high created yesterday, and we have moved up from there, but the closing was within yesterday's high itself. Now talking about 30 minutes, let's see what actually happened, right? Now this is a range created. If you see, there's not drastic huge fall or huge upside. It's a range where the prices took rejection at a higher level. From these levels, again it went down, but then again came up from there. So this is a range created. If the prices are opening within the range, look for range bound and breakout or a breakdown from the range, right? Now let's draw the range again. Prices opening between this range, look for a breakout or a breakdown. This range is not what I'm going to be trading. If there is a breakdown, then I want to see the next criteria is there is a trend line support, right? The breakdown has to be a little bit with force, where we can see prices testing these levels. Now this can actually happen if the force is too high or the movement is too much. Automatically we'll be hitting this, right? We'll automatically be hitting this level. Now from there, if there is a rejection and reverse, consider that. But if time is spent there and then we see another initiation of breakdown, that is where we can take a trade during the second half of the market, where the price can be expected to come towards these levels. But again, we know we have been creating brand new high every single day, right? Now for this, if the prices move higher, somewhere around these levels, it's a good opportunity to buy to test the upper level. And if it can be broken, little dicey, but then it is possible. So I'm giving you different kind of scenarios and how to look at it as well. So make sure you follow that as well, right? So I hope you guys have got a proper understanding. In the description is my Telegram link. You can join for live updates where I provide my charts as well, so that you can learn on your own during the market hours when the price is fluctuating. Thank you so much for watching. Also, if you want to learn about candlestick, I'm leaving a link in the description. It's a playlist about all different types of candles, which will help you a lot. These are along with charts to get you a better understanding of what the candles mean. Thank you so much for watching again. And do subscribe and like this video if you have learned something from this.